Alrighty, let's see if we're working. Let's see. Alright, looks like we're working to me. Pretty darn good. So, what do we got today? We actually have a game on the table. Holy shit. I haven't played a game on the channel in a while. But I thought it sounded like fun. So I figured we would actually try learning Dead Man's Hand. Since I've been doing so many videos for it, for the models and making the town and everything, I figured I would actually try to play the damn game. So I thought it'd be pretty fun. So pretty much everything on the table we've made on the channel, short of like maybe like the well and like the chicken coop. I think everything else we've actually made on the channel. All the buildings, we've painted most of them, the trees, all that kind of stuff. We've done a lot of that on the channel, so it's pretty cool. And it's fun to break it out and yeah, try to see how it goes. So I've been going over this book a little bit. I'm not like Rules King, so I'm not the most amazingly familiar, but there is a really nice quick reference sheet. Which is pretty cool. And I think I pretty much have everything I need to play from the starter set. You get the rule book, you get your dice, you get your tokens, which we'll need. So we'll pop some of those out now. Actually, we'll just go ahead and pop them all out. Let's see, I guess, how many dudes do we got? We got 5 dudes, right? I guess let's go ahead and pop these out, because I forgot to pop these out. And then we got to get our card decks together. Those also come in the rulebook, which is pretty sweet. But going over the... Man, these tokens are nice. They're really good, thick cardstock. Going over the rules, this very much seems like... so... It's very... Oh man, I ripped that one. I ripped a couple of them on the back. Shit. Guess I should be nicer trying to pop them out. This game is very Necromunda, was it 2016 inspired? I know the game's probably actually older than that, but as a person that's played that and has never played Dead Man's Hand, that's kind of like what came to my mind when I was reading through the rules. With the way like actions work and all the pluses and minuses and everything, it very much from like an outside glance feels like Necromunda to me, which is pretty cool because I really enjoy playing Necromunda on the channel. So it's one of those days, isn't it? It's one of them days. Oh. Alright. So, let's see. We've got black. Yeah, and then we got red. Okay. Hello! So, these are going to be our activation decks and our special abilities deck. Which is pretty cool that all those cards are kind of in one thing. It's a nice little system. But, since I'm going to be playing against myself, we'll just be placing them all face up, right? When you play against someone else, there's this like quick draw mechanic where after you put them all down, everyone turns theirs over. And if you wind up with the draw, the person that turned it over first wins, right? It's just it's a pretty cool system. But it's definitely not a system that works in single player. Like you can't beat yourself, right, for turning over cards. Alright. I'm just going to shuffle these up a little bit. And what we're going to do today is we're going to have some good guy cowboys here. We got some guys that are going to be some marshals. So we got Mr. Fox there. And we have Mr. Badger with his cutie little bowler hat. There he is, Mr. Badger. They're going to be our marshals today. And they're just going to fight themselves a group of thugs who are going to be the shithead cultists. Because nobody wants crazy religious nut jobs in their town, right? So we got the otter there with his book, who's the leader. And then we got two of them in weird ass hoods. So there's a weasel and a weird ass cult hood. And we got ourselves a goat who also has a chain and a bunch of bones, because that's some culty bullshit. There he is, and his weird ass hood as well. So we're gonna be fighting three thugs with two marshals, and I think that should go pretty well. We'll see how it goes. So the otter's the boss on this side, the fox is the boss on this side. I think we're just gonna do a straight up like just murder shit, just so we can get the hang of the rules and all. All the terrain and stuff is all from Great Escape Games. Some of the buildings have stuff in them. I don't think we'll be going into the buildings today, but some of them do have them. Some of them even has little glass in there, which is pretty darn cool. I'm gonna see. I sent a friend back in Maryland pictures. But yeah, some of them have like terrain and stuff inside, but I don't think we'll actually be getting into the buildings today. But yeah, we built all these pretty much on the channel and stuff, which is pretty darn cool. And then the trees are from Tabletop Scenics. Still figuring out how to make these. I kind of flubbed them up a little bit. I'm trying to recover them now. And then some of the stuff is 3D printed. I don't remember where the whale came from. It's just a 3D print I did. Same thing with the chicken coop. So, but yeah, I figure we'll get going. All right. So the first thing we need to do, we have our two teams. We have our goal, right, which is just drive the other side off the board. We got our either evil shithead cultists trying to take the town over on one side, and we got our marshals trying to defend it on the other. So first thing we need to do is both players would draw an initiative card. Wait, that's a black one. I want the good guys to be red. So the other guys are dressed in black, so I guess it makes sense. Alright, so we're going to draw an initiative card. And now I get to place this on whatever model I want to have it. So it's a 9. That's a okay-ish one. Kind of high number, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that on Mr. Badger. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an initiative card for Mr. Fox. I'm going to put that down on Mr. Fox. Whoop. There we go. I'm going to put that card down there on Mr. Fox. And then I'm going to draw 3 more cards and put them down on the shithead cultists. Just like that. And then we're going to flip them over and see what they got. That one's got a joker. That one's got a 2. That one's got an ace. And Mr. Fox also has an ace. So, since we're the good guys, we would... well, let me take a step back. If this was a real 2-player game, because I turned this ace over first, it would beat this ace. So I guess we should probably do that, huh? Although it's a little unfair to Mr. Fox, but YOLO. So I guess we'll do that first. So we'll come in here to the shithead cultists. And we've got an ace here. Also, I should draw a hand of cards as special abilities. But I'm not going to do that for our first game. just to try to keep it a little bit simpler. But the special abilities would give me stuff. And you can see they're actually on these cards here. With a gun in his hand, nothing stands in his way. Play on one of your own characters. When it's activated, all shots fired this turn count as if they were aimed and ignore any negative modifiers, right? So I would basically draw a hand out of the same initiative deck, and I'd be able to play these on my activations to do special effects. So that one's going to go over in the trash pile for now, and I'm going to activate Mr. Goat. So Mr. Goat is going to get 3 actions. And there are... a couple different types of actions. So we can move, we can fight, we can aim, we can shoot, we can reload or change our weapon, and we can recover. So he's just going to go ahead and do a move, which is our handy dandy little walk token here. Da-na-na-na. So he's just going to go ahead and do a move. And then, you know what? I think, being a cowardly cultist bastard that he is, I think he's going to move again, and then he's going to shoot. Just so we could try out shooting. So... So he's going to shoot. He's going to try to shoot Mr. Badger, because Mr. Badger's out in the open. But he has taken 2 move actions, so it's going to be -1. And the target has not moved. So he's got a pistol. He is definitely at long range, because this thing is 10 centimeters. Bonk. Bonk. Definitely at long range. Actually, can he even shoot if he's outside of long range? Actually, I don't think he can. Let's double check that. Shooting. I'm assuming that's going to be on page 9. Let's double check. Let's see. Shoot actions can be declared. Place an ammo on the unfortunate gunman. A reload action before the character can get shooting again. Modifiers are cumulative. Okay. Let's check our table. Ranged weapon table. There's our ranges. So it doesn't actually say you can't shoot out of range, but I'm going to assume that you can't, right? Because that makes sense to me, right? That you wouldn't be able to shoot out of range. Now, a pistol really should cover that distance, but, you know, it's a game, so. Alright, so he's out of range, but he's going to shoot anyway, because there's a chance that he could actually run out of ammo. So this guy could basically just walked up and shot the ground and like, jam his gun or some shit. So this is what he's going to do. Now I need to figure out what dice to roll. Let's see, with the shoot action. Shooting. Shooting is worked out a single d20 per shot. Okay. Consult the list of modifiers and then roll the dice. Natural 1 means you're out of ammo. Okay. Alright, so let's roll and we'll see if we get our 1. Huzzah! Nope, he got 18. He's fine. Alright, and then we're just going to walk down through our initiative cards. I'm assuming Jokers always go last because that seems appropriate. I think there are special rules for Jokers we can look up. Because, you know, of course I drew a Joker on the first round. Ba 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 ba. Actions. Initiative cards. The Joker is a little unpredictable. The character with the Joker's or initiative cards takes actions after everyone else. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so that means Mr. Fox is up next. There he is, Mr. Fox. So we'll throw his card over here in the trash. And he also can't hit anybody because he has a shotgun. But I'm going to say he has his pistol ready. So Mr. Fox is just going to walk down Main Street there. And get behind the cover of those barrels. And then we've got a 9, a 2, and a Joker. Alright, so that means Mr. Badger is next. So Mr. Badger is just going to move over here. Don't want Mr. Badger move anywhere else. Yeah, let's have Mr. Badger. Let's have him move down here. Onto the steps right there. That's the back of the building. We'll have him move down there in the steps. Down into Main Street. And then you know what? We're going to have him move a third time. We're going to put him a little bit behind this building so that he's got some cover there. That does mean he's going to probably be within range to be shot, but it's okay. Alright, next up we got Mr. Otter. Mr. Otter is... he's also going to double move. Boom, boom, here. And he's going to try to shoot Mr. Fox. Now, they're definitely within range this time. He's got a pistol, so bonk, bonk. So he's at medium range. Mr. Fox there has cover. There in Main Street. And Mr. Otter moved twice. So, he's going to be... Mr. Otter's going to be -1. And then we are going to have 2 -1s on Mr. Fox because he moved twice. And then because he is behind cover, he's also going to have a -1. So this whole roll is going to be -4. So let's do a roll for Mr. Otter. Let's see what we got. We got 8, which means he got a 4. So what we're going to do is we are first off going to go look at his character rules, because they are also in this book, which is super handy dandy. So this guy is a thug. So he hits on a 4. So he hit. So that's good. Hold on, wait. I think that's wrong. I think hits here, I think, is actually life. I don't think that's a test number. Ooh, let's double check. Character profiles, hits. The number of fire under fire actions. Okay. Alright. So the hits there is his life. So that's not whether or not he hits. So I guess we have to go look. I think there's like a shooting table to see how well we shoot. I think there's like an action table. Yep, shooting result table. There we go. Alright, so 2 to 10's a miss. So since he got a 4, he totally missed. Alright, and then last but not least, we've got Mr. Weasel with the Joker. So he is also going to double move up. He is just slightly off camera here. So bonk. He's going to move there, and then he's going to move again. Because I want to try to put him on the roof. Shoot. Now, is there climbing action in this game? Or do I just consider that all climbing is fine? Do 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 do. So that would be page 8, which is moving. Huzzah! Alright, presence. Alright, there's no penalty for using stairs, ladders, jumping over fences. I'm gonna say he can just climb. I don't see it in here. It implies that there is a penalty if it's more than 10 centimeters and not a ladder. But I don't see it in the move section. So we're going to go ahead and just say he can climb. So he's going to climb up there on the roof there. And he's also going to take a shot at Mr. Fox. So we are going to look at, let's see. Mr. Fox has a -3 because he moved twice. And then Mr. Fox also has the -1 for the cover. This guy is above him, so he's going to ignore the -1 for cover. But this guy also moved twice, so he's also going to get a -2 or a -1. So we are looking at -2 for Mr. Fox, -1 for this guy. Can he hit Mr. Fox? On a 9, he does hit him, but doesn't do jack. Okay, and that is one complete round, or one complete scene, or turn, or whatever weird terminology they use, of Dead Man's Hand. Of our guys just kind of moving at each other and taking a couple pot shots into the dirt. So, we are going to go ahead and we're going to do the same initiative thing. So, I'm just going to flip them over as I draw them. So, we got a king, a queen, and Mr. Weasel gets a 6. And then, let's say we got a king. And actually, you know, it's more fun to flip them over. That's enjoyable. So we'll do that next turn. A king and a queen. All right. So I guess we'll go with Mr. Goat again because he has just been super lucky. He's a crazy cultist bastard, so you know what? He doesn't care about self-preservation. He's just going to run up on Mr. Badger there and take a shot at him. So he's going to do a single move, he's going to do an aim, and then he's going to do... Actually, no, he's going to move. He's going to try to shoot Mr. Badger, and he's going to try to shoot Mr. Fox. Because that's the kind of asshole that he is. As he's a crazy cultist bastard. So, he's just going to do that. So, first shot going into Mr. Badger. We are looking at a -1 for the move. Mr. Badger still has a minus... Oh, Mr. Badger moved 3 times last turn, so he actually has a -3. So, we're looking at 4 for that. A -4 there, so... we got a 16, which makes that a 12. Let's go look at the shooting result table. Alright, a 12 is an under fire marker. Okay, we can do that. I think that is these. So these are like, basically like wounds, is what they are. Alright, so that was that king. So now we got Mr. Fox's king. Mr. Fox is down there on the table there. He's going to aim and he's going to put his shots into the goat man. So he's going to aim, put 1 shot into the goat man, and then... he'll try to shoot the weasel. Yeah. Oh wait, no, we didn't do the goat man's shot at the fox. Damn it. All right, let's check that. So we're looking at cover, -1 for move, -2 for his move. So we're looking at -4 again. So we got a 17. So that would be an out of action or a wound marker. So you know what? Yeah, Mr. Fox, he's going to aim. He's going to shoot at the Goat Man. And then, you know what? He's just going to put his second shot into the Goat Man, too. Fuck it. Alright, so we're looking at +1 for the aiming, -1 for this guy's move. So, pretty much straightforward. Huzzah. We rolled a 3. So that's useless. And then we're going to roll again. However, because we aimed and missed, that aim is gone now, so we are rolling at a -1 this time. So 7, -6. That's good. Good job, Mr. Fox. Shooting the shit out of the wall, buddy. Good job. After evil Goat Man ran up and shot you twice. Alright. Let's see. We got 2 queens here. Sorry, I have a ton of shit on my floor right now because I'm like redoing my hobby room over in this corner, so like it's all a giant mess. Alright, we got 2 queens. We'll do the otter queen first. Alright, so what is he gonna do? I think he's pretty happy where he's at, actually. The otter is the boss, so I think he's gonna be the slightly smarter one and just stay behind cover. And he's going to aim and shoot at Mr. Fox. And then he's going to try to shoot at Mr. Fox again. So the first one's going to go into Mr. Fox, and we're looking at a -3 for Mr. Fox for the +1 for the aim. So we are looking at -3 +1 makes that a 12. Makes that a 12. So that's going to be another wound marker. Mr. Fox. Man, the marshals aren't doing very good. They're going to run out of their damn town if they're not careful. And then we're looking at just a -3. But I rolled a 9, so it doesn't matter. Alright. Now over to Mr. Badger as the queen. Always be funny. Mr. Badger... You know what? He is not a friend of this, of this damn Goat Man. So what we're going to do is we're going to aim and we're going to shoot into Mr. Goat Man, and then we're going to do a move. So aiming and shooting into Goat Man. Mr. Goat Man moved once, so that gives us -1, but we have the +1 for the aim, so I rolled a 4. Wow. Okay. And then he's going to move, and what he's going to do is he's going to hop up here. He's going to take his wound marker with him. So that'll give him a little bit of cover from the guys down below. Alright, last up we got Mr. Weasel. So Mr. Weasel... he's just going to aim and try to shoot twice at Mr. Fox. So we're going to look at -3 Mr. Fox plus... Oh, wait, no, -2 because he has height advantage. So that cover is ignored. So -2, so we're going to get a +1. It's going to be -1. A 20. Jesus. What is a 20? It's going to make it a 19... You know what I would really like in this quick hit thing. Oh, there's extra pluses in here. I didn't know that. All right, well we'll keep that in mind for next time. What I would really like in this thing is the shooting table. Wow, 19 and 20 is out of action. Holy shit, Mr. Fox. You just got fucking sniped, bro. R.I.P. It's down to you, Mr. Badger. Well, Mr. Weasel can't shoot again because his target's dead. Was not expecting that. Okay. I guess these cultist bastards are going to take over the town. And then we are on to the next turn. So we got a 5. We got a 9. And we've got a Joker. For Mr. Badger, we also have a Joker. Oof. Big oof. Well. Actually, let's see what the other camera looks like for that. Oh, yeah, that's a better. That gives us like a bird's eye view. Let's do that. Big oof for Mr. Badger. Because he's also going last. But thankfully, he's out of line of sight of all these cultist bastards. So, let's see. We have Mr. Goat. Mr. Goat is going to do a double move and put himself up here. And then he's going to try to shoot Mr. Badger. So the pistols actually get a +4 at super close range, which I did not know. So, alright, Mr. Badger moved once, so he's going to have a -1, but that's about it. So, on a 6, that's going to become a 10, which is going to make it a 9, which is still a miss. Alright, and then we have... Oh, I guess Mr. Otter should have gone first. Oh well. Mr. Otter's going to basically do the same thing. But he's going to have to use 2 movements to get up here as well. So he's also going to climb onto the roof and try to shoot Mr. Badger. On an 11, he's going to get -2 from the move, but he's going to get +4, which is going to make this a 13. So Mr. Badger is going to have 2 wounds. Oh wait, I think there's also falling. Does Mr. Badger fall off the roof? That would be hilariously bad if that happened. I saw there's falling in here somewhere. Aha, falling. If a character on horse, roof, or high piece of terrain is hit with the under fire marker and nerve test result and fails the nerve test, they fall. Okay, alright, none of that happened, so. Alright, next but not least, we have Mr. Weasel over there. I'm going to say Mr. Weasel actually can't see our buddy Mr. Badger. So what he's going to do is he's going to use a move to climb down. Then he's going to go 1 and 2 over here so you can try to shoot him next time. And now it's all up to Mr. Badger. Alright. So, Mr. Badger is going to aim. Mr. Badger is going to put 1 shot into Mr. Goat and 1 shot into Mr. Otter. Alright. So it's going to be a +5 minus the -2 for the move makes this a +3. On a 12 makes it a 15. A 15 is under fire a nerve test. Okay, cool. How do we do a nerve test? Nerve tests. D10 is rolled and compared against the character's nerve characteristic. A result equal or above the nerve characteristic is successful. If they fail, they take an additional under fire marker. Okay. Well, this guy is a thug. So I gotta go find his rules. Hold on. Alright. So this guy's nerve is 4+. So we're gonna roll a D10. And we're gonna... Thankfully, D10s come in the box. So he's going to get at least 1 wound on him. Chit. Alright, we're going to roll his D10. He needs a 4+. He got a 7, so he's fine. Damn it. I kind of wanted him to fall off the roof. That would have been really cool. Alright. And then we're doing our shot into Mr. Otter. So again, this is at a +4 minus the moves. So we are going to end up looking at a +1, which makes that an 11, which means that he also gets a wound. Yeah, the +4 at close range works much better. Alright, and that is the end of that turn. Let's draw some more cards. Alright, so Mr. Otter is an 8. Also an 8 for Mr. Goat. And a 7 for him. And Mr. Badger, he gets a 10. Alright, Mr. Badger gets to go first. Nice. This initiative mechanic is really fun. And I also like that, like, as you draw them, it basically takes the numbers out of the deck, so you essentially eat the special abilities at the same time. I think that's pretty cool. So you can't really ever count on there being specific things in the deck. I think that's pretty neat, because you're using those same cards for initiative. That's really nice. Alright. Mr. Badger's had enough of this shit, so he's going to do the same thing. He's going to aim and shoot into Mr. Goat and then put another round into Mr. Otter. He rolled a 2. So it doesn't matter. And then the round into Mr. Otter is a 20. Holy shit. Okay, well, he fucking sniped the Mr. Otter. Ow. That's surprising. That's kind of cool though, that like you can just be like these perfect like headshot kind of hits. That's really neat. All right. Well, now it is Mr. Goat's turn. So he is going to aim and then shoot twice. Into Mr. Badger. First one's a 9, which is going to become a 10, but it doesn't... No, it's actually going to become a 14. Okay, so he's going to take another wound. I keep forgetting about the +4. He's actually on +5, which is actually going to make this a 17, which is going to be 4 wounds. And a nerve test. No, Mr. Badger, you were doing so good. What's your nerve, Mr. Badger? You're a marshal. You're actually out of wounds. So, that was actually the end of Mr. Badger. Blah. So, I guess the evil shithead cultists took over the town. Oh, that's pretty fun, though. I'm not going to lie. That's really fun. I think there's a lot of cool, like, thematic kind of breakdown stuff you could do here. That would be really neat. The card mechanic is fun, so next time we'll deal out a hand of cards for me, the player, so it'll give me a little advantage over the NPCs. And I think we also need to figure out a way to do the initiative a little better, right? Because I was drawing their initiative cards first, I was kind of just giving the bad guys always free reign for initiative. So I think I need to figure out a better way to do that, like first single player kind of play, right? Maybe it's a thing like the player character models always beat ties or something like that. But yeah, I think that's pretty darn cool and very fun. If I'm honest, this reminds me a lot of Necromunda. Extremely a lot like Necromunda, which is pretty cool. I actually think it's a really nice mix between Necromunda and Frostgrave, and I think that works really well. The D20 system is always really nice, especially considering there's like a kill mechanic in there with the 19s and the 20s. I think that's pretty cool, because it does make it be like, holy shit, my guy's dead out of nowhere, which is always like kind of like a whoa kind of thing, which is fun, you know. The guy was not expecting Mr. Fox to die on turn 2, you know, like the first activation of turn 2, you know what I mean? So that's pretty darn cool. I like that a lot. I also really like that there isn't a like on the 1 there's a out of ammo mechanic. I like out of ammo mechanics a lot. I know they annoy the shit out of some people because it means that like you can't really predict. But I like that, right? I like that inability to predict what'll happen, right? Because like it might be a situation where you declare all your actions, right? Like say Mr. Goat is going to shoot Mr. Fox here on the roof, right? Mr. Goat rolls his first shoot action and is out of ammo. Well, his second shoot action is now garbage because he can't do anything with it, right? He's blown his load. His gun's jammed. His whole plan is gone. And I think that's pretty fun. And I think that's how you're supposed to play the declaring all the actions. Because this game, I think, wants you to declare all your actions up front. So things like that kind of like fuck your plan up, right? Like it's not like you being able to have completely granular control over everything in case something bad like that happens. Because I think that's kind of cool, and I think it leads to kind of interesting game moments, I guess, you know? Like you set everything up to get that really big shot and then your gun jams, you know? I think that's more interesting in storytelling wise. Yeah. But that's pretty good. It's really good. It's like a combination of Frostgrave and Necromunda. That's really what I would say it is. Which is pretty cool. One of the things I'm going to have to figure out for this game is the faction lists, right? Because I just looked at, where is it? Hold on. Oh my god, where the hell is the damn lists? I just looked at this first page and just grabbed stuff off this first page, right? But in truth, like I would kind of want stuff to be like my models are modeled as, right? So I want my sheriff here to have a pistol and a shotgun, right? So I think there's going to be a little bit of homebrew for that kind of stuff. And also like figuring out what characters I want to be what factions and stuff, right? Like, do I really want the Countess to be outlaws, or do I want them to be like desperados or something? And then there's also, at least to my understanding, there is like 30 more factions or something on the website. And they're going to put books out for those later in the year, but I think you can actually get the rules on the website. Don't quote me on that though, but I think you can. But yeah, that's really cool. That's super duper cool. So let's look at, and like, you know, that was what, 5 models, so that's half the size of a regular game, right? Like a normal faction in this, I think, is like 5 to 7 models. So half the faction, half the size of a full game, me learning it for the first time, done in 30 minutes. That's pretty fucking great. But let's look at some of the campaign stuff, because one of the things I really, you know, with making the board and everything, I kind of want to have like a campaign where like stuff changes and like I can add to the characters and stuff. So let's see, you construct your faction. Starting rep is 21. Okay. Rep is how much each model is worth, essentially. Alright. Now you've had your group of eager, ruthless, and good-for-nothing players. Perhaps the backstories of the band. Okay. An act of 3 scenes is playable in 2 to 3 hours with plenty of natural built-in beer breaks. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that is completely a fair evaluation of time. Because really there's not many rules here. So if you played more than like 3 games of this, you wouldn't even need this book anymore. Like, you know, everyone says that about every war game, but it's just not fucking true, right? Like, you could play 100 games and you're still going to be digging through your codex in 40k. Like, I'm sorry, but it's fucking true. Or you probably won't be digging through your codex because it's outdated before it comes out. But you'll be digging through the app. Draw cards and lots and pair players off, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's see. Choose the scenes to play in Act 1. Allocate fame. Draw injury cards for out-of-action characters. Play the second scene of Act 1. Allocate fame. Draw cards for out-of-action characters. Play the final scene. Allocate fame. Alright, what is fame? After a scene, each faction is awarded fame, according to whether they won, lost, or tied. At the end of an act, fame is spent to generate new skills for the characters or replace dead ones. Okay, characters must have a rep of 2 or more to draw on the skills. So like your really shitty little guys can't have skills. A character with 1 rep may be upgraded to a 2 rep by spending 2 fame. Changes their profile to a 2 rep as described earlier. Okay. A character must pay a number of fame equal to the rep to draw on this table. For example, Holly finishes Act 2 with 12 fame. She spends 5 fame to draw a skill for Johnny Bible, and 2 fame to draw 1 for Billy Cloisters and Mikey Shaps. Alright, and then I guess this is the fame table. That's pretty cool. It gives you like special things. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so what's going to happen is you're going to spend to draw a card from the deck, and whatever card you draw is going to give you one of these abilities. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's see. This is the out of action, like, wound table, I guess. Okay. Bonus DVD extras. That's like standalone things. That's pretty cool. And then we have examples. Nice. Yeah, so pretty good for our first little game. Lots of nice, pretty simple rules. Really good mix. Very Necromunda-y and Frostgrave-y, which I like a lot. Kind of sad the Cultist won, but maybe we'll have a do-over next time and set up for a campaign for real, right? Maybe we'll put some real factions together and set up for a campaign for real, which would be pretty cool. But I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Thank you guys for watching my little cowboy game as I learn the rules. Next time we should be able to rock and roll and probably do like 2 games in a round, I think. I think that would actually work pretty well for a stream, to be honest. Doing 2 games, and instead of doing like the 3 acts, do like 2 acts, I think would work pretty well. So maybe I'll come up with something for that, and that would be pretty cool. But anyway, I am going to call it there. Thank you guys for watching me learn this game and have a good time with my toys. I hope you enjoyed watching Dead Man's Hand. And I hope that you got to see how simple and kind of fun it is, right? Because I'm going to be super, super mega honest. Like, getting to play this with, like, some friends and, like, it's pretty damn good. Like, it would be very chill, good time. But I'm going to call it there. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. And keep on keeping on.